Have you ever truly worked within a team where communication felt so incredibly seamless, as if you and your colleagues could instantly read each other's thoughts without needing many spoken words? This extraordinary phenomenon, often termed collective consciousness, now possesses a strong, verifiable scientific foundation rooted in advanced contemporary neuroscience research. Researchers are utilizing sophisticated hyperscanning technology, simultaneous brain scanning, to accurately measure the brain-to-brain synchrony that reliably occurs during periods of intense, demanding collaboration. This specific neural synchronization has been proven to be a far more accurate predictor of superior team success than traditional metrics like individual intelligence or specialized skill sets alone. Mastering this neural synchronization is the single most important leadership skill for successfully transforming a struggling team into a cohesive, highly effective performance engine. Research clearly demonstrates that high brain synchrony consistently leads to dramatically faster information processing and significantly more efficient collective decision-making in the field. What is the single most crucial neurotransmitter that must be released by the team to biologically trigger the brain synchronization that creates genuine trust? I will be dissecting this vital collective bonding chemistry in the middle section of this video. I personally once led a project team that was individually brilliant, yet our measurable collective output constantly stalled due to a profound lack of unifying collective intention, which created damaging friction. We used to waste enormous cognitive energy trying to decipher each other's unspoken hidden agendas, which systematically depleted mental resources needed for productive work. I quickly realized that our biggest struggle was against internal entropy, organizational disorder, generated by persistent distrust and unaligned individual egos. Perhaps you also recognize this exact dilemma, where your team is technically highly skilled but struggles to achieve the powerful synergy that multiplies output tenfold over time. Studying interpersonal neuroscience fundamentally changed my perspective, teaching me that leaders must be the architects of trust who intentionally build neural bridges among team members. We will now explore exactly how deliberate brain synchronization can biologically enhance deep collaboration and effectively turn off internal resistance. The primary conflict hindering true collective consciousness is individual ego that instinctively refuses to accept and integrate input and ideas from coworkers, acting as a neurological rejection mechanism. Research clearly indicates that without a strong sense of group identification, team members tend to reject contributions from their peers up to 60% of the time, systematically damaging synergy. High ego levels create significant signal interference at the brain level, where every person prioritizes their own internal information processing over necessary external coordination. This dysfunctional state leads directly to a profound lack of true interdependence, where individuals attempt to complete tasks solo, consistently ignoring crucial collective benefits. Teams dominated by separate egos will inevitably experience unstable output, because they fail to achieve the neural coherence required for superior, integrated performance. The leader's first critical task is creating an energy field that makes powerful group identification more vital than narrow self-interest. This pervasive conflict is significantly worsened by a lack of psychological safety, which activates the amygdala and successfully inhibits healthy brain synchronization. When team members fear making visible mistakes, receiving harsh criticism, or sharing vulnerable, half-formed ideas, their brains immediately shift to a survival mode that severely restricts cognitive function. An active amygdala instantly hijacks mental resources, directly suppressing the prefrontal cortex, the brain area essential for empathy, advanced decision-making, and theory of mind. Understanding others' intentions. Without psychological safety, cognitive energy is fundamentally wasted on self-defense and concealing vital information, actively increasing internal organizational entropy. Neuroscience shows that social threats are processed by the brain identically to physical pain, severely compromising the team's ability to collaborate openly and honestly. Collective consciousness is impossible until individual brains feel truly safe being vulnerable in front of their colleagues. The most crucial neurotransmitter that must be released by the team, answering the open loop earlier, is oxytocin, which is the primary social molecule that powerfully triggers genuine trust and profound social bonding, trust-based learning. Oxytocin, reliably released through interactions showing empathy, vulnerability, and sincere care, biologically increases the innate human propensity to trust one another. This oxytocin surge is critical because it directly decreases activity in the fear-processing amygdala and noticeably increases the sense of safety among all team members. Research demonstrates that oxytocin works synergistically with dopamine to modulate trust-based learning, where earned trust powerfully strengthens long-term social bonds. The leader must intentionally design specific rituals that consistently trigger oxytocin release to build a deep foundation of trust, which is the absolute prerequisite for achieving neural synchronization. Neural coherence is only sustainably possible in an environment where no team member fears public embarrassment or professional betrayal. The technical solution for achieving collective consciousness is successfully reaching interbrain synchrony, which is precisely measured through advanced hyperscanning technology. For example, EEG or fNIRS. This specific neural synchronization is most frequently observed in the beta wave range, active focus, and gamma waves, peak information processing, during periods of intensive collaborative tasks. Synchronization successfully occurs when the brainwave patterns of two or more individuals vibrate at the exact same frequency, reflecting shared understanding, unified attention, and common intention. High levels of interbrain synchrony consistently correlate positively with superior team performance, improved accuracy in collective decision-making, and significantly faster task completion times. Teams demonstrating high neural coherence efficiently overcome ambiguity because crucial information seamlessly flows between brains without the damaging noise of individual interpretation. Energetic leadership is precisely about leveraging social technology to ensure everyone is operating on the same productive mental frequency. The core ritual for powerfully triggering collective consciousness is engaging in collective action and the creation of a shared narrative that emotionally binds the team to a significant, unified goal. This vital ritual involves activities that require high real-time coordination and genuine interdependence, such as structured brainstorming sessions or high-stakes simulation games. A strong shared narrative, which strongly emphasizes group identity and a purpose far surpassing individual self-interest, neurologically triggers the necessary oxytocin release. Leaders must consistently use inclusive language, we, our mission, to effectively reinforce group identification, which is scientifically proven to enhance brain synchronization and boost collective performance. This ritual successfully transforms a collection of individuals into a unified collective agency that functionally operates as one cohesive, well-directed mind. Research definitively shows that group identification is a powerful key predictor of superior collective performance, and neuromarketing has clearly explained why this factor is crucial for team success. Studies utilizing hyperscanning confirm that teams with high group identification show significantly stronger interbrain synchrony while performing collaborative tasks, especially within the prefrontal cortex. This robust synchronization successfully facilitates agency transformation, where individuals willingly adopt a we perspective over an individual I perspective, optimizing collective contribution. Successful group identification bonds the team at a biological level, ensuring that members willingly and enthusiastically integrate essential input from their colleagues without resistance. Building collective consciousness is a highly strategic leadership action, utilizing social identity to deliberately drive superior output. Advanced practical application involves rigorously addressing the persistent problem of individual intention divergence, which is the inevitable conflict where personal goals clash with the agreed-upon collective purpose. In the philosophy of action, the concept of shared intentionality was developed precisely to explain how individuals successfully coordinate their minds to achieve a unified goal. Leaders must transparently articulate the costs and benefits of collective action, consistently using language that promotes we intention over self-serving intention. The use of smart contract analogies, or actual technology, is an extreme example of enforced intention mechanisms that automatically penalize individual deviation, ensuring high collective compliance. A strong collective consciousness significantly minimizes the urgent need for stringent external supervision, relying instead on powerful internal self-regulation. Imagine your entire team as a sophisticated symphony orchestra. If every musician plays with a different internal tempo and mood, the inevitable result is disruptive noise, regardless of their individual brilliant talent. Collective consciousness is the critical condition where all instruments resonate at the same frequency, brain synchronization, under the clear, unified direction of the conductor, the leader. The conductor, leader, must consistently emit a vibration that is calm, profoundly clear, and highly motivating, which biologically transmits the exact mood required for optimal performance. If internal distrust exists, it is like seeing musicians hiding behind their sheet music, afraid to make a mistake that might instantly compromise the collective flow. Mastering this specific neural synchronization is the most advanced leadership technique, transforming isolated individual efforts into a powerfully flowing synergy. In conclusion, collective consciousness is the scientific key to superior team performance, powerfully driven by brain-to-brain synchrony and oxytocin-based trust formation. The conflict between individual ego and collective performance is definitively overcome by replacing deep distrust with psychological safety and collective action rituals that consistently reinforce group identity. Neuroscience evidence confirms that the leader must act as the emotional anchor who consciously transmits positive, cohesive energy to reliably achieve set goals. You possess the incredible ability to engineer your team's synergy through the intentional management of neurochemistry and a relentless focus on shared, unifying intent. Use this powerful collective consciousness science to transform a stagnating team into an integrated entity that produces extraordinary innovation and results. Therefore, Now is the decisive time to immediately implement this neural synchronization protocol within your team starting today, avoiding any detrimental delay. Challenge yourself to lead a morning briefing that begins with a sincere gratitude ritual to successfully trigger oxytocin release and build essential team trust immediately.